Ready, set, showtime.
And welcome to the Ready, Set, Show podcast, where you can't say anything nice.
We will gladly say it for you.
Welcome back to the Ready, Set, Show podcast, home of podcast greatness. So what's up, bitches? It's your boy DT.
What's up, hoes? It's Lette.
And it's good to be back, Lette. November.
It is. It's great.
Calling this one, and this is a real deal, Holyville, No Nut November.
No Nut November.
Those of you out there who don't want to polish one off and want to accept the... Who made this? A little Bow Wow? I feel like this is a Bow Wow challenge.
Is it? A little Bow Wow.
Is it a Bow Wow challenge? I hope not.
have no idea.
If it's a Bow Wow challenge, do not do it. It's just getting weird, Bow Wow. Make a fucking record.
I don't know either.
I, for one, lost already. I get laid once a year. And
it's always in November, apparently.
Yeah. But, Lette, how was your weekend, man?
It was a pretty great weekend. Some things didn't go according to plan, but, I mean, I had a great weekend, spent it with my daughter, so it's always good. How was yours, DT?
God, dude, yesterday, and I do want to apologize to Mo and Ben and you. I wasn't able to record, man. I just had this fucking migraine, dude. Like, and this has happened quite a bit here lately, where I just have this pounding fucking migraine, and it's like, damn, dude. Like, it just fucks with me all day, dude. Like, it don't matter if I eat. Like, sometimes if I don't eat or drink coffee or something, you know, like I'll get one. And then when I do one or the other, it'll stop. Almost like, you ever had a migraine where it makes you nauseous?
Oh, yeah. Those are terrible.
And that's why I was going to tough it out, and I was just like, God, I just don't want to go.
It's all good. We're recording today, and it's all that matters, man.
Yeah, it's all that matters. We stay consistent. But I don't want to half-ass anything.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So, Mo and Ben, I apologize to you guys. We'll meet up with y'all next weekend, but... Lette, you were going to go on another ghost hunt.
Yeah, I was. This Saturday, we had another ghost hunt planned to go with Kevin and EJ again. And we get there, and unfortunately, they had to cancel it. And I'll get into reasons why whenever we get to our new and improved renamed segment, yes. Dumbass of the Week.
Yes, guys. As Lette stated, we have changed it to douchebag of the week. I mean, we just don't really use douchebag.
No, we use dumbass a whole lot more than douchebag.
I had originally got that from a movie, and when I started working with Ben and Lette and everybody, and one day I was just like, what a dumbass. Like, it just hit me. You ever just have shit hit you out of nowhere, and it kind of stuck, and I thought, well... I heard Ben say it the last few episodes they were on. I was like, dude, that's what we should fucking change it to. Because we say that a lot, and there are a lot of dumbasses. But so I finished my first class. I didn't really do as good as I want because the last 2 weeks was starting work and everything. I kind of got a little fucking lazy, I won't lie. So... unfortunately, didn't do as well in that class, but God, like I was telling you, it was just so fucking boring. Like I'm not one of them motherfuckers that can look at a painting and go, well, what do you really see here? I'm like
I see a painting. I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck I see.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell the artist is trying to explain to me. He should have put that in words instead of making me think about it.
I see an old white bitch looking like everywhere I move, she looks at me. Man, it surprised me a lot of students would look at it. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. And then it was kind of, there was a writing, and then there was a music. And, man, the music, it would actually be okay, but then they would start doing orchestras and shit like that, and then that would look... It was just a really hard class, and it's no excuse. My second class, I guess, because I couldn't transfer my credits from the University of Phoenix. Apparently, when you owe old University of Phoenix a few dollars, they don't want you to succeed anywhere else. But whatever. I had to take this class, and so far, it's one I'll be okay on. I don't know, man. With 12 hours working, family, podcast, it's hard, but I'm making my way. I don't know, Lette. That sucks that the ghost hunt was canceled, and we will go into that later. But man, big shout out to Greeneville Ghost Hunters, man. Still doing
big shout
thing.
out to them. Like that episode, like I'm still psyched that we got to do it, and it was great. And these past 2 times I've went ghost hunting with them, a lot's not happening. One unfortunately did get canceled, but I mean I always have a blast whenever I hang out with EJ.
Well, the more you go along, I'm sure you'll experience something.
I want to get spooked. I keep telling her, show me some spoopy shit. I'm excited every time I go. I'm always in high hopes.
And to Kevin and EJ. And by the way, Kevin, that Facebook video you tagged me in, that's cool. But it was just funny because I thought he was going to kind of go on about a hunt. And he was like, I'm going to get cheerleading stuff. Say something sassy, girl. He's talking about his daughter. And I just thought the video was hilarious. But we want to do one live. That is a goal of ours. I feel like we could just go with them on a hunt or even a ghost hunt weekend. Document the shit. I feel like we need to jump into that level of podcasting. Think about it.
Live on the road podcasting.
Yes. And I know video podcasting is a goal of ours. Even streaming a podcast is a goal.
Oh yeah. We got big goals. We got some ideas. Hopefully soon we can get like some t-shirts made.
It's just hard with
our
the
schedules
time
right
frame
now.
we have, man.
It's close to the holidays. I mean,
when my schedule slows down, yours usually picks up. I mean, your family, of course, overrules all that. And I've noticed, man, it's hard to make time.
It is.
You ever be like, damn, I wish I had some more time in a day?
If I could take out one thing, I would take out sleep. If sleep wasn't mandatory, I would be so productive.
Well, see, that's the fucked up thing is I sleep. I usually go to bed kind of early. And then, my days off, but I'm always, getting up anywhere from 2 to 4 in the morning. I don't know why. Every fucking morning I get up, and then sometimes I can lay back down for a couple more hours. Sometimes I can't.
Oh, yeah, there's a thing. I can't remember. I've heard a lot of people tell me this, but, back in some days and some shit, they wouldn't sleep through the whole night. They'd get up at, 2 in the morning, be progressive, and then go back to sleep. It's just in our nature to do that sometimes.
That's what I think with Kinsley being born, I was always getting up that early, and I think it's just stuck with me.
Yeah, you get in a habit.
Yeah.
We're creatures of habit, and once that's a habit, it's hard to break.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of do a little gaming by myself. It's kind of like my me time, I guess. And,
oh, yeah.
Darcy's like, well, I don't get me time. I'm like, well, get the fuck out of bed, man.
Wake up at 2 in the morning.
Get up early. Fuck going to work. I know you got to work later. Get up at 2 and let's play some games. Now, Lette, who you shouting out this week?
My shout-outs this week, they're going to stay fairly the same. My daughter, I love her to death. She's actually, we're hoping, this coming Saturday, she gets to cheer at her first game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
go,
man,
Ruby.
I'm excited.
Give me an R. R.
I'm excited because, my first year as a cheer mom, I would have never thought in a million years I'd be a cheer mom. Growing up, I'd always say my kids ain't going to cheerlead. But, once you have them, you got to make your kids happy.
Yeah.
And I get to work the concession stands if I get to go. I'm excited. She's excited. We're all excited. Gonna give a shout out to DT. This opportunity. just hanging out with you, all this shit. It's always a blast.
We act like fucking idiots.
We fucking do.
But we make this motherfucking podcast work, don't we?
Oh, we do. If you would see how many times we have to redo the intro, or used to anyway.
You all would be like, these are the most unprepared motherfuckers I've ever met.
We can be. You all, we like to thank our friends and family who listen. Thank you for the support. We greatly appreciate it. And to the fans, if we don't know you personally, sorry, but we appreciate you too. Comment, and we might get to know you personally.
Yeah, we definitely need more
give us that interaction we want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that comes in due time. But guys, if you do like the podcast, please be sure to share us, to let us know. We need to get these numbers up. I'm not going to sit here and beg you for numbers. Hey, if you just like listening, you ain't a commenting type, and follow, like, share, and post, that's fine, man. Thank you for the support and any support you give us. Like I said, man, one thing I like about this podcast, we just kind of do our own thing.
Yeah, we just do our own thing. We come over here, we get shit off our chest, we talk a lot of shit.
Yes, we do a lot of shit.
We do a lot of shit talking goes on
to.
Behind the scenes. But DC, who you shouting out this week?
I got to thank my family, though. My fiance, god dang, she fucking, no, I'm playing. She drives me up a wall, but I love her. She really does, rather kind of keep the family going, and I really appreciate that. And my beautiful daughter, man, she just turned 3.
Yep, happy
Baby
birthday.
Kinsley turned 3. That is awesome, and it's crazy because she's getting bigger, but we're going to do something for her this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Everybody wish baby Kinsley a happy birthday. If you don't care, if you're listening on my timeline or the podcast timeline, Got to thank Lette. Lette, we've been trucking it in. The schedules have been rough, but we still make this podcast. We still keep it rolling.
Oh, yeah. Every week.
Yeah. Drama, though you're probably still angry from the LSU game over the weekend, though we haven't talked to you since 1924. We thank you for all your hard work. And guys, let me explain something to you. If you got a small business or a business you're just starting up, you're trying to get your name out there, you want somebody with good packages that'll keep in touch with you, you know, that keeps you in the loop with everything, that looks out for your best interest. Or let's just say maybe you have all that, you've been a business for a while, but you're getting overcharged and you want good packages for a great price. Head on over to socialpoint24.com. Drama Bryant brings the noise on this online marketing game. She really does. We've seen how her business runs, Lette. She's a gangster, dude.
She
really,
is, man.
She really
She's straight
is.
up OG, man.
And I'm not just saying that because she's a part of the show. I know we talk about this every shout out. She really is fucking awesome at her
She has
job.
worked her ass off for the past year and a half. So, I mean, coming from us, I mean, she's really great.
Yeah, we can't thank Drama enough, man. She takes time to help us out here and there, and we do appreciate it. But if you want to talk with her further, head on over to her Gmail at socialpoint24mail. Be sure you throw in that mail after 24 at gmail.com. As always, Drama, again, we thank you. Kellen Keller, the man who inspired me to get, always told me to be on radio. So, Kellen, you are the inspiration for this podcast going. And everybody who listens, whether you're here locally, outside of Tennessee, wherever you are, we can't thank you enough. We really appreciate the support.
Oh, yeah. If you're not from Tennessee, leave us a comment because I want to see how far this gets.
Yes, I do too.
We've been so curious about if there's any listeners outside of Tennessee. So, just wave in the comments. Give us a like. We'll stalk you. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I know Drama. I know Drama has some friends in South Carolina.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. All right, on the same bullshit, different day. We're not big news people. We might see some.
We're really not. Like if it's
not on YouTube,
a little bit of Facebook every now and
then.
then.
Twitter, we're not really fucking with it. I mean, I'm not a big political guy. I don't really care what
politics, they bore
Trump,
me.
Hillary. Yeah, I don't really. All that will sort itself out. That's one thing I hate talking about, but. So we're going to kind of keep it going. We're just kind of what we want to do. And I thought, man, we talk music on this podcast, but let's translate it over to same bullshit, different day. Like, what could I do? A lot of this stuff, it's so crazy because we literally come up with it on the fly, but it turns out to be something cool we both enjoy. So we're going to name from drummer, bassist, rhythm guitarist, lead guitarist, and vocals. That's going to be the 5 categories. And we're going to name who... If we could pick a band that we would want to get together, pretty much it's going to be like an all-time favorite musician of said instrument, but then also this would be a band we would love to see. So we're going to do this live. We haven't picked these yet.
No, we haven't. I've been over here Googling all sorts of shit.
Hell yeah. So we'll start with Lette. We're going to first start with number 1 will be drummer. So Lette... If you could pick a drummer to be in your band, all-time favorite.
All-time favorite if I had to pick a drummer.
Yeah.
For me, it's always been Joey Jordison from Slipknot.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just amazing. I mean, it sucks, he left the band back in 2013, but hands down, he has always been one of my favorite all-time drummers, just what he does. I really, nothing against Jay Weinberg. I liked his dad on the Conan show, Max Weinberg, but let's be honest, it's weird. I know Paul Gray passed, the bass player, but it's weird not seeing Joey, too, because it's just like he's been there from the jump. He's been there from day one, and seeing him, which, if I'm not mistaken, he moved on to a different band, didn't he?
Murder Dolls?
Yeah, I think that's what it was, so... Hands down, he's an amazing drummer. If you don't listen to Slipknot and you're a metal fan, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. Mine would be, I can go ahead and do this one, Danny Carey from Tool.
From Tool.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, that guy's drum playing abilities, Even when I saw them live, I've seen a lot of good bands live, but they fucking mesmerize you. Like it's like they're pulling you into a whole new musical world you never knew existed. I just wonder how those four guys, I would love to, I need to go back and listen to the story of how they came together, because they're just genius fucking musicians, man. They're like Primus, you know?
Yes.
I mean, they just have genius musicians. But all right, now on to your old instrument, bass.
Oh man, basses. I mean, I'm gonna be sticking with Tool. Justin Kanzler.
Yeah, that's a
Just
good one.
all of the almost any Tool song you listen to has a badass bass line. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, just the way he comes up with shit. I guess you could say a close second would have to be Paul Gray.
Yeah, man.
Just because of how involved he was in Slipknot.
Yes.
Because he wrote a lot of the songs with Corey. He came up with a lot of bass. He helped out with guitar. He just helped out everywhere.
Yeah, he did.
So I mean, having that in a dream band, think of all the shit they could come up with.
Mine would be Les Claypool. He is a bad
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker. He makes the bass literally talk to you, sound like a guitar. I mean, the man, he's a unique person. But, you know, definitely him. He's, of course, from Primus. And I think he has a band called the Les Claypool Band where he kind of does his own thing. All right. Now, on to rhythm guitarist.
Rhythm guitar.
This is going to be an interesting one. All right. Who would yours be for rhythm guitarist?
Rhythm
again?
guitarist,
You
mine
found-
would be Jim Root from Slipknot.
Nice. Mine will be Mike Smith from Snot. I just love their combination of guitars, and Mike always added to that. I just love that funky rock fucking sound that Snot brought, man. I wish they were still around, dude.
Oh yeah.
Now on to lead guitarist.
Lead guitarist. See, this is where I have so much trouble, and I knew I would. It's really hard. It's really close between Greg Trebet from Mudvayne,
Yeah.
Brian Head Welsh from Korn.
Yeah,
Oh
I would
man,
do.
between them two.
Trebet.
Yeah, Trebet.
That's probably who I'd go with. I don't know. It's up to you, though.
It's hard, man.
Mine would be, let me just, while you're thinking on that real quick, mine would be Tom Morello.
Oh fuck yeah.
From Rage and the Prophets of
Shit.
Rage. I mean, that guy, when you pull your guitar cord out and play a guitar solo, yeah, you're a
Oh
fucking
yeah, you know you're
legend.
a fucking badass. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Greg.
Greg, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I'd go with. All right, and the last category to top off the band. Man, this would be a fucking hell of, both these bands would,
Vocals.
yeah.
See, I got 5 people picked out for vocals, and I don't know who to choose.
You know mine, Maynard James,
Yes.
motherfucking Keenan. Damn, I got 2 Tool members in my band, but hey, hell yeah.
You got okay. I'll give you my 5.
Let's hear your 5.
Okay, of course Maynard,
Yeah.
and of course Chad Gray
Damn.
from Mudvayne. Who can Corey Taylor from Slipknot,
Wow.
Jonathan Davis from Korn, or Maria
Wow.
Brink from In This Moment.
Damn.
Them
I
5.
If you wanted to throw a curveball, you
throw
go
in
Maria. Yeah.
that's because you throw the curveball.
I say you go Chad Gray or Maria. I mean, I got Maynard. If you want to be different,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Maynard every
Oh
time.
man, let's see. I would go honestly if I could hear a
Hey,
song.
now hold on. I forgot to say this. Hold up. You can have 2 vocalists.
I'm about to say I would if I could have a pair of vocalists, I would probably want to see Jonathan Davis and Maria Brink do a duet.
Jonathan Davis.
And Maria Brink.
All right.
Them two or Surge. Fuck man.
Yeah.
Surge from System of a Down.
Jonathan Davis and Maria, though, I think they would mesh well. Yeah.
I think they would too. I mean, and that's just off
Yeah.
the top of our heads. Imagining sitting down, because me and a lot of friends from high school used to do this shit. Like a super band. Oh
Yeah.
man.
So our supergroup's Lette's is as follows. Her drummer would be,
Joey Jordanson.
your bassist would be,
Justin
Tool.
Chancellor.
That's all right. Rhythm guitarist would be,
Rhythm guitarist is Jim Root from Slipknot.
lead guitarist,
I went with Greg Trebet
Mudvayne.
from Mudvayne, and Maria Brink from In This Moment, and Jonathan Davis from Korn would be my 2 vocalists.
Hell yeah. Mine would be drummer Danny Carey from Tool, bassist Les Claypool from Promise and the Les Claypool Band, rhythm guitarist Mike Smith Snot, lead guitarist Tom Morello from Prophets of Rage and Rage Against the Machine, and vocals would be Maynard James Keenan. That is our supergroup, guys. We want to hear your alls. Like music,
Yes.
music is a big part of mine and Letty's life. Obviously it's led us to this podcast and us meeting and everything. But let us know your top 5 super band. We definitely want to hear it. And it could be, you can do rap. You can do,
any group, any super group. I mean, hell, it could be EDM.
Well, not pop and country.
Yeah, not pop and country,
if I'm
because
being
listen.
honest. All right, moving on to the highlighted band or artist of the week. Lette, who you got this week?
Mine this week, it's just off the top of my head. I've been bumping her new song for the past week or two.
Yeah.
And it's Cardi B. We've talked about her a lot at the beginning when we first started this podcast a lot, because that was back when Cardi and Nicki were beefing.
Yeah, they still are.
Yeah, they actually still are. I mean, honestly, I shared a meme today on Facebook. It was fucking hilarious. It was like, why is Cardi and Nicki beefing over who's the queen of rap when Lil Uzi has this in the bag?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It killed me. But a little bit about Cardi B. I'm going to butcher her name. Becalis Marlenis Almanzar.
Nice.
Born October 11th of 92. This bitch is
Damn,
only
this
3
bitch
years
is-
older than me. Known professionally as Cardi B, is an American rapper, songwriter, and television personality. Born and raised in the Bronx, New York. First attracted attention. I don't know if any of y'all know this, but y'all should if you listen to her shit. She was a stripper.
All right.
She started out as a stripper. She became an internet celebrity after several posts went viral on Vine and Instagram. She is apparently, I didn't know this, she appeared as a regular cast member on VH1 reality TV series Love and Hip Hop New York.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember.
I
hearing
didn't even
about
know that, but I mean, I could see her being on that show. 3 songs I got for you. First one is I Do. It is hands down, has some of my favorite lyrics. Pussy's so good, I say my own name during sex.
Damn.
So that just tells you what kind of fucking mentality she has about herself. But every time you listen to the song, it gets you pumped.
Yeah, she's kind of like this era, I feel like, Lil' Kim.
Yes.
More so than Nicki
Basically,
Minaj.
without being as much of a goon.
Yeah.
Always wanting to fuck people up.
Now, Lil' Kim's like that, too. Just ask Charlamagne the God when she
true
about got
that.
his
Oh,
ass
man.
whipped. That shit,
Oh,
that
fucking-
motherfucker started running. Me and Mo were talking about that.
Yes, I remember y'all talking about that, and I did look it up. Yeah, she had that motherfucker running.
Hey, that was crazy.
But yeah, with Cardi, I mean, anything you listen to, the second song, everybody has to have heard it by now. It's Bodak Yellow. Honestly, when I first heard this song, I hated it. When I first heard Cardi B, I could not stand it, but it just grew on me. It's not one of them things that it just kept getting overplayed to where I started liking it. It was, I'd listen to it, I'd be like, man, I don't see how people can like this. I listened to it again, you'd see me bumping my head. Next thing you know, I had TJ yelling at me one time on the line telling me to sing something else, because that was like the 3rd time that day I was singing that song. And the last song I got for you is Money. It's her new single. I mean, everybody needs money.
Money.
I mean, it's honestly probably one of the most important things in the world if you ain't got close friends and family. Because without it, you ain't living.
You ain't living.
You ain't living. But check out Cardi B if you haven't. If you don't like rap, then don't check it out. That's all I got to tell you.
Yeah.
DT, who you shouting out for your highlighted band or artist this week?
Mine is going to be Paramore. Kind of been getting back into them. I wonder if people consider them pop. I don't. I consider them kind of like a lighter version of In This Moment.
Yeah, I would consider them like a rock alternative.
Yeah. And Haley Williams. Hey, Haley. No, I'm playing.
What you doing, girl?
I'm playing, but I love her vocals. I love her energy when she's on stage.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like she's not the type where she takes the spotlight. I mean, she gives a shit about her band. But Paramore is an American rock band from Franklin, Tennessee, by
Yeah,
the way.
they're from Tennessee.
I did not know that till I literally just read it. But formed in 2004, the band currently consists of lead vocalist Haley Williams, guitarist Taylor York, and drummer Zach Farrow. Now, they have had past members, and Zach Farrow, I love his drum playing. It's kind of like mine. It's simple, to the point. There's a little flashiness here and there. But Williams and Farrow are the founding members of the group, while York, a high school friend of the original lineup, joined in 2007. Williams is the only member to appear on all 5 of Paramore's studio albums.
Damn.
And has been the only constant member of the band.
Well, I mean, her vocals, in my opinion, is what makes Paramore
Yes, for
such
sure.
the hit that
Yeah.
they have been.
For sure. But apparently Zach's, the drummer's brother Josh, was a past member. Jeremy Davis, Jason Bynum, John Hembre and Hunter Lamb were past members. 3 songs that I got for you guys. One of these is kind of a song that me and my daughter, it's a B.O.B. song, but she's in it, Airplanes.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. But Misery Business would be my first. I love that song. It's one of their biggest hits. People always want to hear it live. Probably my favorite is Decode, what they did from the Twilight soundtrack. I love that song. I love the drums in it. And, of course, one of the original hits, Crush, Crush, Crush.
Fuck yeah. Dude, the band I was in, we did a cover of that.
Yes, and that's just a great song.
It was so heavy, but we loved it so much.
Yeah, I love her with B.O.B. Like, I love when rap and rock mix like that. And I'm going to tell you, Deftones did their song Change in the House Supplies one time, and she came out, dude.
Oh, shit.
Look that shit up, dude. It was badass, man. But, guys, that's Cardi B and Paramore. Again, a lot of you guys have probably heard a lot of these bands, but are just people that me and Lette have on our mind. And like I said, you're probably going to hear more older bands than you are newer. All right, now moving on to the changed segment that will be this from here on out, your
You dumbass
of the week.
Dumbass.
Lette, you go first because I'm pissed.
Oh, man, I can tell y'all DT is pissed.
Yes,
believe
I'm
me.
furious.
But my dumbass of the week, or dumbasses, is it has to go back to the whole ghost hunting getting canceled.
Yeah.
I show up, and EJ was talking to me, and Kevin was talking to me, and apparently some people decided to go piss in the old jail. Like, it reeked of just piss. Like, outside, you could smell it so much. It was pretty bad.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And, I mean, them being, their professional business, like, people pay to go do this shit. Like, it's a health hazard. Someone gets sick, they're accountable for it. I mean,
you don't want to go, hunt ghosts and some piss.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
No one wants to hunt ghosts and piss. I mean, she just kept apologizing. I mean, shit happens, or in this case, piss happens.
Piss happens.
Piss happens in this case because, I mean, apparently people can't go behind the 7 trees that are outside and piss in it.
I don't know what it is, but I've worked places. And, you'll go in the bathrooms and motherfuckers will, wipe their ass and throw shit on the floor.
Throw it at the wall.
It's what are you, fucking 5?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about men's restrooms being disgusting. Women's restrooms are pretty disgusting, too. I mean, y'all got piss and shit everywhere. Sometimes we'll walk in and there'll be piss and shit, and there might be a pad stuck to the wall. I mean, it gets pretty bad in some places. But yeah, because of that, the ghost hunt got canceled. I mean, I just hung around with them, just shot the shit for an hour and a half, just making sure no one else showed up. And for that, because I didn't get scared this weekend, you all are my dumbasses of the week. DT, go ahead with your little spiel.
Netspend, you cocksucking son of a bitches. So, guys, if you don't know, Netspend is a prepaid card service. You want to do direct deposit. They're probably one of the more known ones. And I've been with these guys I thought it was more close to 7 years. I guess to be a dick one time. Or oh, you've been here 5. So I'm like, hey, dumbass, that's a long time,
That's still a pretty good chunk of time.
I've had... from when I went to University of Phoenix, and I'm talking about I got 2 or 3 checks for $2,300 and up. From then, I've got all kinds of my paychecks put on this card. I mean, I've dealt with these people forever. And yeah, man, there's a lot of times I disputed a lot of charges. I mean, some people may think it's stupid, but I'm one of them people, man, I don't have a lot of money. And if I pay for a motherfucking service, I expect to get that shit. Oh, yeah. And if not, I'm going to fucking dispute it. So I'm waiting the other night on my paycheck to hit. Well, I noticed that it wasn't going on there. And when I would hit text, I could text BAL, it'll text me my balance. I noticed when I was doing that, nothing was coming back. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, earlier this day, I went to a Redbox, rented a game, used this card, even though it was a free thing, and it worked. So if this would have happened then, it would have said,
Yeah, it would have rejected it.
Well, what I thought was weird was when I would use it at work, it would say try another card. And I was like, well, whether there's money on here or not, it shouldn't be saying that. Went online, typed in my information, and it said my account has been locked. Well, that's happened before, blah, blah, blah. So sometimes with disputes, they feel like, they'll mail you another card if it's something that, they feel like your account's been compromised. I go on there, I give them my info, dude puts me on hold, and you can't ever get anybody fucking American or that, you remotely can understand everything they say. But I'm on there talking to him, and he comes back on here, and he goes, your account has been shut down. If you have any direct deposit, it will be rejected, and you can no longer use Netspend services.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what the fuck did you just fucking say to me, dude?
Yeah.
I said, dude, I got a fucking paycheck coming that I desperately need. And this fucking asshole, so I start going off. I haven't transferred to the supervisor. The only thing they'll tell me is that the dispute department or risk management, whatever the fuck they said, is saying that they felt that my account was compromised enough so much that it was out of their hands, so they shut down my account because if they feel like they can't protect your money.
Yeah.
Okay, well, any card service I've ever dealt with, a credit card or whatever, they'll call you if somebody has your card or has a bunch of fucking, trying to charge a bunch of shit or whatever. They didn't tell me nothing like that.
Exactly.
So if my account's compromised, why the fuck was I not told that? Why was I not given a phone call? Why am I finding out when I call in? Like, what if I hadn't have called in? You know what I'm saying? Well, I got people telling me, it's all good. Just kind of go down to who you work for, and, they'll get it worked out, and you should have it that day. Nope, I go down there. They're like, oh, you could possibly get your next paycheck before you get this one, which I don't understand because my fiance's worked for a temp service, and I've had the chick that told me to do this got hers worked out in a day when something similar like that happened. So I don't understand why I'm having to wait, but it really fucked me because, I've had bills due and everything, and now I'm having to put them on hold like you helped me out and everything, and if it wasn't for that, dude, I'd be fucked. But we'll talk more about this a little later. But for that, Netspend, you pieces of fucking shit. If this is how you do loyal customers, well, guess what? You're my dumbass of the week. Fucking
some bullshit,
cocksuckers, man. I'm telling you, Lette, I haven't been that mad in a long.
I would have been fucking mad too. It's one thing you don't do. You don't fuck with someone's paycheck.
You me tell you how mad it made me? I literally laid down after I got off work, a 12-hour shift, having to deal with this bullshit. Yeah. Dude, I got up and was instantly just pissed. Like, that's how fucking mad it made me.
You wake up and you're pissed off.
Like, I woke up and immediately called Netspend, and I pitied him. But on to the Urban Dictionary word of the week. And Lette, what's your word this week?
Well, as all of y'all know, it's November. And the name of this episode, mine is No Nut November. It is a challenge where a man must not ejaculate, aka bust a nut, for the whole month of November. Now, the example for this, it's fucking hilarious because of what it ends with. Mm-hmm. It says, "Did you fail No Nut November?" The guy was like, "Hell nah. I ain't fail no nut November. I'm saving this nut for my girl and destroy Dick December."
Shit, destroy Dick December.
Destroy Dick December.
I might get laid by then. I don't know. It might be first of the year for me. I don't know.
But DT, what you got for your Urban Dictionary word of the week?
This one kind of annoys me, but then it's kind of funny at the same time. But you be watching YouTube, and then them motherfucking ads pop up.
Yeah.
Unless you pay for YouTube Red, which I'm surprised a lot of YouTubers don't do that. Like, you watch a lot of their videos and they'll be reviewing a video or something.
Yeah.
And the ad will pop up. But my word is adstraction, which means it's a distraction caused by advertisements when you're watching something on YouTube. And sometimes, the distractions you'll get in.
You'll get into that damn 3-minute ad.
Yeah, and you'll be like, oh, what was the fucking video I was watching?
Yeah, I've done that way too many times.
My guys, as always, let us know your Urban Dictionary words of the week, and I'm glad we brought it back, man. I hated not doing that last week.
Oh, yeah.
All right, on Sports Junkies. Buddy, we got week 10 in college football, man. We're getting close to the end of college.
We are.
We got week 9 NFL, and we're going to talk a little UFC 230 happened last night, where Daniel D.C. Cormier took on Derek the Black Beast. I'll just kind of briefly go over that toward the end. Letty wasn't able to catch that. We got week 10. Let's go over some scores. So my good old Florida State come out. I thought, well, we had a new quarterback, James Blackman, come in because DeAndre was hurt. And I thought, well, okay, maybe we'll be a little better. Hell, maybe we'll even get a win, Letty.
Hell, man.
48-27. We did not. James Blackman, much respect to him, man, had 421 yards passing, 4
Damn.
touchdowns.
Hell yeah.
And nobody actually quit this week. Unfortunately, we lost. But hey, man, we put up a better effort than we have. We're now 4-5. Our bowl streak of I think it's 36, 37 straight seasons of going to a bowl is in jeopardy. I'm nervous. God, if we could just, I know we're not going to beat Notre Dame. Maybe we get, I don't know. I've seen them, a lot of their last few games have been kind of tight. If we could somehow, I mean, I don't really see us beating them, but maybe we get lucky, upset them, and we just need to beat one more team.
Yeah.
Hopefully the fucking Gators. That would be good. Our bowl streak, we get to go to a bowl because we beat the Gators at the end of the year.
Oh,
God,
man.
how pissed would they be? But some real quick scores. We got number 12 UCF wins 52 over unranked Temple, 52-40. Unranked Pittsburgh on fire lately versus number 25 Virginia Cavaliers. Pittsburgh wins 23-13. Number 1 Alabama played number 3 LSU. Drama's team. God, dude, I wanted LSU to win so bad.
Dude.
They don't even score. It's 29-0. Alabama
They got
wins.
their asses handed to them.
Unranked Louisville gets beat 77-16 by number 2 Clemson. Man,
Holy
Clemson,
shit.
they are not fucking around.
No, they're not fucking around.
They put up more on them than us, so sorry, Louisville fans. Number 4 Notre Dame gets by unranked Northwestern 31-21. See what I'm saying? Notre
yeah.
Dame's just
Yeah,
barely
they're
getting
pretty
out.
close.
A lot of these teams are probably way better than us. It wouldn't surprise me if we could pull out a...
Yeah.
Actually, fuck, it would surprise me. Who am I kidding? Number 14 Penn State took on number 5 Michigan. Michigan wins 42-7. Boy, Michigan is a team, I'm predicting it now, they'll be... I hate it for you guys because that'll... I don't know. If they beat you guys, they're going to
Yeah.
the playoff.
Oh, yeah.
Number 6 Georgia took on number 9 Kentucky. Georgia wins 34-17. I thought Kentucky lost last week. How are they ranked 9th? I thought they were like 12th or something last week. I could be
I
wrong.
don't know, man.
Number 7 Oklahoma took on unranked Texas Tech. Oklahoma barely gets by Texas Tech 51-46. Unranked California took on number 8 Washington State, who is on fucking fire. Washington State pulls out the win 19-13. Unranked Nebraska and their fucked up field goal, or no, it wasn't a field goal, kickoff. That was so funny.
Oh, my God.
Took on your Ohio State Buckeyes. Letty and Moe's Ohio State Buckeyes win 36-31.
Yep.
Unranked Missouri beats number 11 Florida. Sorry, Joni.
Oh, damn.
38-17. Ouch. That made me hit my phone. Damn. Number 13 West Virginia, number 17 Texas battled, and this was a highly anticipated game, and West Virginia scores on a late 2-point conversion to take this win 42-41.
Damn.
Texas fans, y'all just can't catch a break. Number 15 Utah gets upset by unranked Arizona State 38-20. Damn, Herm Edwards, boy, he ain't fucking around down there at Arizona State. Unranked Purdue, who has just, their record may not show it, but man, they've been on fire. They beat number 16 Iowa 38-36 on a game-winning field goal. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Number 18 Mississippi State 45, unranked Louisiana Tech 3. Number 19 Syracuse, another ACC team that is just on fire this year, beats unranked Wake Forest 41-24. Syracuse ranked 19th. Texas A&M, we don't care. Number 22 Boston College beats unranked Virginia Tech 31-21. We got to play fucking Boston.
Yeah.
See, like the teams we have remaining are all ranked, I think. Yeah, they're all
They're
ranked.
all ranked?
Yep.
Damn.
Last, we got number 23 Fresno State beats unranked UNLV 48-3, and number 24 Iowa State, another team that's been on fire lately, beats unranked Kansas 27-3. On to week 9 of the NFL, Letty.
Week
what
9
happened?
of the NFL, we got the Raiders versus the 49ers. 49ers beat the Raiders. Listen, I'm going down the list.
That's
This is the
fine.
very first one.
It's fine.
Raiders lost to the 49ers 34-3.
It's just like, hey guys, let's just give up.
Well, isn't your second team the 49ers? No, it's the Buccaneers.
No, Buccaneers.
Yeah, my bad. Got the Falcons beating the Redskins 38-14. We had the Vikings played the Lions. Vikings won 24-9. Steelers beat the Ravens 23-16. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Browns 37-21. We had the Dolphins versus the Jets. Dolphins beat them 13-6. The Bears destroyed the Bills 41-9. We got the Panthers beat the Buccaneers 42-28.
Damn.
Chargers and Seahawks. Chargers pulled it out 25-17. Had the Texans beating the Broncos 19-17. Saints beat the Rams 45-35. Packers and the Patriots played. Patriots pulled it out 31-17. And mine and Mo's team, the Cowboys, they play today at 8:15 versus the Titans.
Damn.
And I mean, we may be in Tennessee. I've never been a huge Tennessee fan, even when I did follow football religiously. I mean, I see the Cowboys destroying the Titans.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
What's that tonight?
Yeah, but it's tonight at 8:15.
Night. But guys, let us know how your team fared in college and the NFL. If there's any sports you guys want us to cover.
Oh yeah, let us know, because I mean, after football season,
Yeah.
we don't know where it's gonna go. We might do some esports. I mean, we'll cover anything as long as it ain't golf. You make me cover golf, I might cut you.
No, I don't fuck with golf. But esports is definitely a huge possibility. But we'll see where it goes.
Oh yeah,
But esports, I think, would be awesome.
it would be.
All right, moving right along to story time. Riding off the music thing, whereas you came from music, I came from music. I kind of let's just reminisce, Letty,
Dude.
about the old music times and days that I quite frankly miss daily. Like I think about, I wouldn't say daily, but I think about it a lot, about how I would love to be playing music again. I miss playing,
yeah.
Even if it was just me jamming drums. Like I just miss the whole atmosphere of being in a band.
Just jamming out with a group of friends who all love music equally as you.
So kind of talk about, how you got started playing your instrument, and then the bands, bands.
Growing up, I'm gonna have to thank my uncle Josh, my love of heavy metal.
Yeah.
He's the one. I was 5 years old.
What band got you?
What
Or
band
he got
me?
you into metal?
Yeah, he's the one who got me into metal. My uncle Josh. We had a Korn. It was a Korn album.
Yep.
My first full album I listened to, like start to finish, was a Take a Look in the Mirror.
Yeah, nice.
He had that, and he had I want to say the Iowa album from Slipknot.
Oh, hell yeah. Great album.
That was kind of my introduction to metal. I was in like kindergarten, first grade, and I just fell in love with it. And at first, I mean, I guess you could say I did like what everybody did. I started out with guitar. And guitar, I mean, I can play guitar. I like it. But to me, I'm like, I want to be different. Everybody plays guitar.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, that's when I started listening to like Tool, and I started listening to Slipknot more closely. And who else was it? They got me into it. Avenged Sevenfold, Johnny Cross. Their bass is pretty great too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I started listening to a lot of the bass lines, I started drowning out the lyrics and just listening to straight music. And once I found out, I was like, that's it. I was like, I want to play bass. Korn's bass is fucking amazing. I mean, all of the bands I listen to, they all have a strong bassist. And I picked it up, loved it. Honestly, the first instrument I ever played, I was in high school. I mean, I was in middle school band. I played the clarinet.
All right.
Me and my friend Isaiah, who I ended up becoming in a band with, we would sit there and like he figured out the Mario theme, so we'd walk around the fucking band room playing Mario. I mean, just hearing that on the clarinet. Oh man, Mr. Williams would come in. He'd tell us to sit. He'd be like, sit down and start doing your warm ups. But we'd be over there doing the Mario theme, or he figured out the Simpsons song on the bass clarinet. Oh my goodness. To me, I mean, if you ain't got a good bass line, it's kind of like with drums. You don't have a good foundation.
Yeah, bass players were always the hardest to find.
They're underrated, but they put in probably most of the time the bassist is who helps the lyrics. They help the guitarist.
Yeah.
I mean, they're one of the hardest working members in the bands.
Yeah.
And for me, I guess that's my introduction into wanting to play this music. DT, what about you?
Me, my Uncle Aaron actually got me into drums. I was a kid, and he would always just get on the drums and act goofy, and man, I loved it. And then Animal from the Muppets.
Oh, yeah. I
got to credit him, because I remember sitting at my grandmother's house and we'd watch TV, and the Muppets would come on and I would see Animal, and I'd be like, God, I want to play just like that guy. And, my style, it never was flashy. I unfortunately never learned like double bass, even though there was times I could make a single pedal kind of sound like a double bass.
Yeah.
I'm just more of I like to keep on time, make the beat sound good with the song. I just never was a flashy type of drummer. and still not to this day. I mean, not saying anything bad against those drummers that do that, but I'm just more of the to the point type of drummer, and that's how I kind of emulated my style around. And my friend Jared actually, Jared Pitts, aka the Mad Scientist, actually got me really into playing in a band. And I mean, when I started out, man, like, you know, where I was kind of hanging around them, and I would start listening to rock, like Nirvana got me into rock, and I kind of knew the basics. I mean, I was still pretty terrible, but I literally started out in a band. Like, that's where it kind of went. But I always kind of had it in my blood from my uncle, and like one of my cousins plays drums now. One of my little cousins, my uncle's kids, they play drums.
Fuck yeah.
So, you know, there's a long line of drummers in our family, and yeah, I think that's awesome. But for me, the band, I mean, I was in a few different bands coming up, but it was always a guy would be pussy whipped, or a guy would rather fucking party, or, you know, shit like that. So none of those bands ever worked out. Now, Hypnosis was probably a band that was one of the first ones that actually was consistent. But again, you know, we kind of had members that jumped around. And it's like, you know what pisses me off? Like when you're in a band with somebody and they're like, well, I got a side project. Well, why the fuck are you starting a side project when we're not even big in this band? Like,
that was one thing. For me, whenever it came to playing in a band, I didn't want to start off in a band, honestly. I just wanted to play my own music, because when I first started making music that I wanted to record was sophomore year, right after I had my daughter. And that, honestly, I wanted to make a heavy metal version of Adele's Rolling in the Deep.
Hell yeah.
I borrowed my aunt's drum set, because my great aunt actually has her own band. She's recorded and sold music. She does it, if I'm not mistaken, it's like gospel music.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was giving me pointers. She was, you know, I'd never played drums in my life. And I'm sitting here trying to figure stuff out. Jeremy had a friend who I wasn't too fond of, but he said he'd help. I had almost everything. I just didn't have a way to record it.
Yeah.
I had the bass and everything. And then my friend Isaiah, who I mentioned in the beginning, I can't remember what we changed our band's name to at the very end, but it used to be called Above the Indifference, and that was it.
That's a cool name.
Unfortunately, we never did get to play. We recorded a couple songs, and that was it.
Right.
We never did get to play live. It kind of broke our spirits, because the year before, we had a talent show at West Green. They asked me to join it after their lead guitarist / singer left, because Isaiah was the bassist. He became the vocalist, I was bassist, and Jeremy ended up on guitars.
Nice.
But they didn't have the talent show the next year, so we didn't get to play for the school.
Of course.
And it kind of hurt our spirits, but we made a song. Everybody in West Green got to hear it. Teachers really didn't like it because we were heavy. We had some screaming in it, but I didn't care. I got an A on that damn assignment.
Hell.
Oh,
Fuck it. I mean, for me, from Hypnosis, I would kind of jump around bands, but then I met a late friend of mine, Mitchell Roberts, who passed away, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Mitchell. And I could have swore I spoke to him one time on this podcast, and I swear I'm not crazy, but that sounded like him. Anyway, we linked up with my buddy Jared, who I've been in probably every band I've been in. He's like that one person you can jam with and fucking, you just flow good with him. And then Mitchell, I come to find out, I mean, he was always a kind of a guitar player where his guitar always sounded real muddy.
Yeah.
But in a weird way, it's kind of sounded good. And he picked up on a lot of the songs that we created. Next thing you know, we were called 12 Gauge Heretics. We got my buddy Denny, who to this day I wish I could find him and play music with, man. He was such a good friend and hell of a musician and knew electronics. If something didn't work, he could rig it up to work. Like anything electronic that fucked up, he fixed it. And we were the 12 Gauge Heretics, man. And that's a band I'll never forget, man, because we had so many good songs. And, you know, I would write lyrics. And like in Hypnosis, I had a few songs that I'd wrote that we made songs. And I never think they would be made into a song. And then next thing you know, man, I mean, I think 6 of our 10 songs, maybe 5 were lyrics that I wrote, and then Jared would kind of take them because he was the singer. I mean, of course, Jared can play anything. He would take it and kind of mix some stuff around. He would keep a lot of stuff, but then there's some stuff he would kind of add in or whatever. And it was great, man. The next thing you know, we go to Sevierville. Our friend Jake, his uncle had a little $500,000 studio in Sevierville, man. We went up there, dude, and it was my first time in a studio, man, and I was so fucking nervous. And then you got fucking Jared Mitchell over here drinking beers, piling the fucking empty beer bottles up in my drum room.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, fuck you, dude. Get that
Yeah.
shit out of here. If he comes in here, we're not getting thrown out of here because you're an idiot. Like, dude, we spent, it was like almost $1,500 for 100 CDs. You know, all the recording time.
Yeah.
Jared was sick then. I mean, I feel like we rushed it. Danny wasn't our bass player anymore, so we had to grab Jared's brother, and we kind of threw him in the loop, and he didn't really know a lot of the songs. So I feel like we could have done better, but a lot of people that we were playing for at the time liked it. But I'll never forget that experience because shout out to Mark Croy is his name, and he said with that drummer, that you all are going to go far, and that made me feel so good, and it put my playing on another level because I mean I had been complimented before, but compared to those guys I hadn't. So to hear that from a guy from that stature, and I mean he was, you know, into more like blues, and he had a band with Dolly Parton's sister.
Hell yeah.
So he wasn't really into that type of music. And Mitchell and Jared was supposed to come back on the mix down of it.
Yeah.
$25 fucking an hour, which is cheap.
Yeah.
They stayed up there. Like, get the fuck up and go fucking down there. Not that he couldn't do it. He had never recorded that kind of music. Like, hey guys, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
And them fucking idiots partied the night before, and we actually got up there the same time they did, and he had already mixed it down. Now he did do good. I mean, I don't know, maybe would it have sounded better if they'd showed up? Probably. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's like, it just made me mad because, and I think a reason Denny quit was that we kind of felt like we were the glue holding it together.
Yeah.
Maybe. Not really that. I mean, Jared was into it. But
he liked the
Mitchell, but Jared would play.
Yeah.
But Mitchell was kind of the guy, he would fucking piss everybody off, and then Jared would quit, or Denny would threaten to quit, and then I'd be the guy to come back in and put it together, and then he pissed me off one time, and I'm like, fuck you, I'm done. We spent more time trying to keep everybody, I felt like, into it and keep it going than we should have. Like, we would go to make up new songs, and then Mitchell would fucking invite 10 people over. You know, you can't make up new music with fucking people
you
running
can't.
in and out.
It's honestly hard to do practices with people over. Because one thing with us, we didn't get to do a recording studio. We literally recorded it ourselves through the singer's mic.
Yeah.
What we did was we had an old trailer that is Jeremy's cousin, my baby daddy. It was Ruby's godfather. They had an old trailer, just an old like 2-bedroom trailer. We recorded in the master bedroom, and that's where we practiced because that's where I had my drum set at.
Yeah.
And because Jeremy played drums, Isaiah was the singer. Jeremy bounced back and forth. He started out as a guitarist, but he turned out he was the best out of the drums out of all of us because we had to make with what we had.
Yeah.
So what we did was, whenever we recorded it, Isaiah would go first. He would do the vocals, and then we tried to do we did the drums second because we needed that place quiet, no echoes at all. So everybody would go outside. You could hear Jeremy playing. We had blankets everywhere. Oh man. We had what was it? We had a little elephant that was our good luck charm that we always set on the fucking bass drum.
Hell yeah.
Like that was our good luck charm, is a little elephant. Oh my goodness. Those days, even though, you know, they were short, but they were so much fun, man.
They were, and it's just like looking back, if you would have just kind of made better choices. Like, I feel like there was a lot of the time that I should have made the choice to go jam with more serious people.
That's my thing.
Yeah, and they would always say shit to me, but dude, let me tell you something. When it was time to fucking play, I was on my drum set.
You
and
was
ain't a
fucking ready.
motherfucker one can say any different. Because I loved it. I never skipped out on practice for a chick, a drug, nothing, dude. I was ready to go, and I love it. And I always said, I don't know, you know, maybe I get a drum set. I'm definitely going to get a drum set, but maybe I get a fucking drum set and I jam myself. If I'm ever in a band again, it's like a one and done. If it's some bullshit and I gotta quit, fuck it, I'm out.
Oh, yeah, that's what I've come down to. If I can ever get, see, I mean, I still have my basses, but my amps. The amp that I started out on was just a little first act amp that was made for an electric guitar.
Yeah.
But I'd fucked with the settings to where it made my bass sound decent. Isaiah had the main bass amp we used, which was a big PV amp. Oh man, I love that thing to death.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
PV's the way to go, dude.
Oh yeah, but for me, if I was to ever join a band again, if they wasn't serious, I'd be done. I'd be like,
Yeah.
just jam on my own.
Yeah, and I don't think people realize, like, if you're not fucking serious, if you're not going to be in it wholeheartedly, then there's no point being in a band.
There's not, because, I mean, being in a band, everybody's like, yeah, you're fun, you're rock stars, you get to rock. No, it's more than that.
Yeah,
It's endless
exactly.
hours of practicing, playing until your leg cramps up. My fingers have bled from playing so much.
You got to deal with people rejecting you, people
Yeah.
telling you your band sucks, because that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, I mean even though my band didn't get to play gigs or anything, we'd have people come over and they'd be like, "That sounds amazing. I can't wait to see your live show." And then we'd have people be like, "How can you stand that trash?" And I'm like, "Well, man,
Yeah.
I mean, metal's not for everybody.
It's not.
I mean, if you don't want to listen to our metal, just go on and go listen to what you want to listen to." I was like, "I'm just inviting you just to come listen, see
Yeah.
what you like."
Yeah, but it's just good memories, and I don't regret any of it. I just
Oh, I
regret
don't.
that I would have made maybe some smarter choices and moved on. But I kind of felt like, okay, well, these are the guys I'm comfortable playing with, and it was like I wasn't willing to step outside of my comfort zone. And I feel like in music, you have to do that sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And music nowadays, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if you're in it to be famous, it's a dream that you may never come true,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? But if you're in it I just thought the experience was great. You know,
Oh,
you
it
learn an
was.
instrument. Next thing you know, you're jamming with some guys. You all come together and you make a song you all made. And then next thing you know, you're laying it down. I just love the experience of it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. And I think people don't really understand just the fun and the heart of it.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
just so, I want to be rich and famous
No,
playing
fuck
music,
that.
you know. And if
I want
that's
to make good music.
Yeah.
And jam out with my friends.
exactly,
And like go to a house party every now and then and just
yeah,
jam the fuck out with a bunch of people. If they're feeling it, it's great. If not, I mean, I still had a blast playing for people.
yeah. Like, you got to go into it with a passion for it, not worry about the fame, the fortune, and all that. Because let's be honest, that may not happen. There's a lot of other people out doing the same thing you are, and the odds of you being one of those people picked to be in the spotlight,
Oh yeah.
it's really really low. That's the
Yeah,
odds of that happening.
Especially in the metal scene in
Yeah.
East Tennessee.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a decent local metal scene here, and I'm so lucky that I get to go and like all these pages on Facebook and listen to their shit.
Yeah.
And I love supporting our local acts, but I mean, it's difficult here because
Yeah.
everybody's all about country music and pop.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And yeah, the music scene around here isn't.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, at one time around here it was great, but guys, let us know if you've been in a band, if you've played an instrument. Let us know your experiences, man. We want to hear your story. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
that's
definitely.
That's what story time is about. Everybody has a story. Now we are moving on.
Welcome to Thunderdome, bitch.
Man, do we have an interesting one. So I feel like, man, we haven't really talked gaming in
been a
a
minute.
long time. It has been a long time. Kenzie's excited.
oh yeah.
These are two new games, and I've seen these both are two highly anticipated games. And pretty much what we're going to do is these games that just came out, we decided to put them in the Thunderdome, throw some stats around and see which is truly better and which is more anticipated than the other, which we don't really have stats. We just kind of got, so we're going to go off some Reddit users, what their opinions, and then kind of conclude our own. But today we have Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Just came out, I believe it was October 12th. They brought in a new battle royale called Blackout. And then we have Red Dead Redemption 2,
Yeehaw.
where if it's a digital download, I hope you got a couple fucking days.
Or
'Cause-
some really damn good internet.
yeah, because I'm telling you, Lette was able to make it to where I could get that game. But anyway, we're going to talk more of this in the Thunderdome today. Lette, now let the battle commence.
Let it commence, man.
Let it commence. So these are two games that are probably the most anticipated all year.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of Call of Duty fans. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really know Red Dead had as big a following as it did.
Dude,
It
Red Dead.
does.
Red Dead Redemption 2 has been waited on for almost a decade.
Yeah, and Now, I'm in the process of downloading it. I know you guys are probably thinking, man, why would you guys do this on 2 games that you haven't really played a lot? Well, because it's our show and we fucking can.
Exactly.
And we're going to be playing the hell out of both of these games. Red Dead, it's still downloading. It's about done. I'll probably be playing it later today, tonight, probably tomorrow, actually. But I have played the Blackout, the Battle Royale version of Black Ops 4. I liked it. I think it's one of those that'll kind of, if you're not really into that style of Battle Royale or that gameplay, like if you're coming from Fortnite like me, yeah, it's a little different at first, but I liked it.
You
I mean,
like
I could get onto it now. I'm more interested in the zombies.
Oh, yeah.
I love
Oh,
when
yeah.
they brought zombies to Call of Duty. Let's see what people on the old Reddit are
Oh
saying. 'cause,
man, when in doubt, turn to Reddit.
I mean, I love it because they're brutally
They
fucking
have some
honest.
of the best but most brutal users ever, and it's the greatest.
We need to start using them as a source more, dude. All right, one guy, Dusty Gulch, says, not even a competition. No sane person wants Black Ops 4. Red Dead Redemption 2 all the way, man.
I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to the Call of Duties that I've played, I mean, they just keep getting more ridiculous, but I always go to Black Ops just for the zombies.
I feel like some games like Madden and games like that, like they just add too much shit to
Dude,
it.
if I tried to play Madden, last Madden game I played was Madden 2001.
But
for
you
the
get what I'm
PlayStation,
saying?
Yeah.
It would have been better if they just like leave it. Like I had a few new things here and there.
Update the roster, maybe, you know,
Yes.
the manager mode, make it a little bit better, but
Let's see. Forgiving Second said Red Dead is likely going to have a long game life, so buying it on release would probably be great and fun, and also my plan, he says. But if
Exactly.
you wait a bit, bugs will be fixed. Maybe Red Dead Online content will be hitting its stride, and so on. Black Ops 4, if you don't get it right away and maybe get it later, you know you'll have to deal with a learning curve
Yeah.
behind everyone else, which may be annoying to you. And then again, it might not. Just some food for thought, and
that is true.
that's pretty well spot on.
That is a good thing, because honestly, the reason I haven't really picked up Fortnite besides my shitty internet is
Mm-hmm.
because I know I gotta learn it.
Yeah, you're pretty far behind
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Kinsley plays the xylophone in the back. So, see, Stingy Jack says Red Dead Redemption 2, but also Spider-Man.
Dude, if you got a PS4 and you ain't rocking Spider-Man and Red Dead Redemption 2, what are
Yes.
you doing with your life?
I actually want to play that
I
Spider-Man.
do too.
all
I want to
jokes.
buy a PS4 just for Spider-Man.
Oh, you can only get on PS4.
I don't
Man,
know, but
PlayStation is
that's
just,
all I see on Facebook.
They are such haters. Like, quit being a fucking like. Why can't we make a game and put it on every platform? Like, when did we start this bullshit of one against the other? Like, y'all are in the same fucking market. Let's see. Stroke Me Too says Red Dead 2, Black Ops 4 will just annoy you. And we got
True.
Bronzen54 says, are you seriously considering Black Ops 4 over Red Dead Redemption 2? Let's see. The Wolfman says, I've played all the Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2 myself, and I'm going for Red Dead Redemption 2. The first one was just too epic to set the second one aside. So you kind of get the drift here.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you've not played the first Red Dead, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, go play it. Play it before you play the second one, because the first one was epic.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was actually really good, and I'll be honest with you, it was a game I kind of thought would suck, but it actually was
Yeah.
dope, and I'm looking forward to playing this. You've got me pumped on it. Letty hooked your boy up with the
hooked
special
DC up.
edition, baby.
Oh man, like
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like I bought the special edition, which nowadays, if you're gonna buy it when it first comes out, you're better off buying the special edition. You really are.
Yeah,
and
they
just
got-
waiting for the DLC to come out.
What, they got an Ultra edition?
They
the
got
next one
a they
up?
got a gold edition. And that gold edition was like $110.
What do you think about it, Kinsley?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
She understands.
Yeah, Kinsley understands.
Oh man.
So, I don't know, lady. We got to pick. I mean, I know you're not too familiar with Black Ops, but I think we got to go Red Dead here.
Oh, I'm going Red Dead. I've watched some gameplay for Black Ops 4,
Yeah.
and the Battle Royale, which I watch. You've heard of Marksman?
Yeah.
I'm Marksman. That's who I watch
Yeah.
a lot when it comes to Call of Duty. And he's been playing a lot of Fortnite here lately. So
Yeah.
he went from Fortnite to that, and it had,
Yeah.
it had some bugs and shit, but he said, if they fix it, it could be really fun.
Yeah.
Just the Battle Royale. Now, I've not seen any of the actual campaign or any other multiplayer, But I'm like you. I'm more about the zombies.
I am too, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here, even though I've yet to play it. I'm gonna say Red Dead. I like Call of Duty, but I think they did bounce back well from that sad ass. What was the one they put
Advanced
out?
Warfare.
Advanced Warfare. I think they did kind of bounce back from it, but I just think they're doing too much that doesn't need to be done, man. Like you've already got a huge following. Don't fuck that up. Don't stray from that like you did Advanced Warfare. I want to play Red Dead because I feel like it's something different for me. I've been wearing Fortnite the fuck out. Though I love it, it's still a great game. Still probably my favorite. I am ready to play some different
Something
games,
different. I mean, if you love a great story, I mean, Red Dead.
Yes.
Red Dead 2 so far has been amazing.
Yeah.
And then if you've not, I mean, if you have played Red Dead 2 is set before. So it's basically like a prequel.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
So, I mean,
because
so
I'm not
you're
too
going
familiar
before.
with one, so that's cool.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with 1, it's all right. And if you're not an OG and you haven't played Red Dead Revolver,
Yeah.
that came out on the PlayStation 2 in 06.
Damn, I think I played that actually.
Yeah, that right there is actually the first game that came out.
Maybe that's what I actually played.
Red Dead
instead of-
Revolver?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they were all great games. They've all been great. Red Dead 2, I'm excited to sit down and have me a good play session. I've only had like 30 minutes here and there.
Yeah.
I'm ready to sit down and play for like 4 hours straight and
Yeah,
have
I'm
no
not-
life.
My 2 days off, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm wearing it the fuck out.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
But
And it's beautiful.
hell yeah, I can't wait to play it. I'm excited. Let us know, guys, if you guys are Call of Duty fans and you think we're fucking idiots. And again, I like both these games, but to say the one I anticipate to play more, I'm more excited about would be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, of course.
The gameplay I've seen is just where I'm going. That's how Letty's going. But let us know your thoughts
Definitely.
on it.
It has been one of them motherfucking days. I tell y'all, it has been one of them motherfucking days.
All right, Letty, it's the time of the show we all wait for.
Oh, shit, man.
Letty, you ready to have a fucking rant?
I'm ready to fucking rant, man.
Well, in spite of Netspend, you thought we were done with you, Netspend.
No, we
we're
ain't done
not.
Netspend. DT is not done.
No, and we're not job experts, but look, man, when you have a service, especially when it comes to somebody's money, paying somebody's bills, whatever it may be, don't fuck with people. Don't be
Exactly.
a dick. I don't care how mad they are. A lot of times you're justified. If you just get a flat-out asshole, you still got to deal with it. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
I just see a lot of these employees of these companies that are just fucking idiots,
Oh,
and they
they
don't
are.
know what they're doing. So today we're going to rant about that. Most of these companies, when you call for quote-unquote customer service, or you need help, or you just got a question, you get a lot of these assholes, or they're idiots, or they don't speak good English. Even though you choose English, you still don't get a motherfucker that speak English. But for this is what inspired this rant. So Letty, let's have a rant.
Let's fucking rant, DT.
So the Netspend thing, it just really pissed me off because, again, it screwed me out of getting paid. And
Oh, yeah.
I don't think these companies, maybe they don't care. Maybe they just don't stop and think, but I just feel like they fed me they fucked up.
Yeah.
They fed me a load of bullshit, and now they kind of can't back out. They can't go back on it.
Yeah.
So that's what I think happened, because I'm sorry. I think I would know if somebody had my card and was over here, because sometimes, like, instead of me not checking my card, I might go on Fortnite and try to get some V-Bucks or something just to see
Yeah.
if it's on there or whatever. And I don't know if they thought that was suspicious. None of it makes sense. They gave me very little detail. But this is what I'm trying to tell you, is that if you don't know your job this well or whatever, or that kind of information should have been available to me. I mean, if you've got a 5, 6, 7-year customer, I don't see how you could do them like that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you've been with them a good chunk of time, for me, anything over 2 years is a good chunk of time.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been with somebody for, 2+ years, in your case, 5, 6, I mean,
Yeah.
you would think, this is a loyal customer. He keeps coming back. They would do what they can to help you.
Give me the respect
Yeah.
to call me, Mr. Tuggle, here's the deal. We feel like your account's out of your hands. Here's why. We're going to have to shut your account down. Now, we can keep it open so you can, we see you get direct deposit. We can keep it open however long you need, but we're just letting you know that if money gets taken out, we're not responsible. Otherwise, we're going to shut it. I didn't get none of that. I still, right now, have no explanation because a lot of the supervisors and regular employees and shit, they can't really see. All they see is they had to shut my account down. I was a high risk, and that's it. And the department that shut me down like that, magically, you can't just like get transferred to them. They got to let them know, and then they contact you a few business days later, which a woman from corporate called and fed me a load of bullshit. I was like, okay, well, if my account's high risk, why is my account high risk? That's what I want to know. I want to know the reason. Now, I'm going to tell you what's funny about this is I disputed a charge from Facebook.
Yeah.
I have disputed many charges, and nothing was ever said about that. Now, magically, I do one with fucking Facebook, and then all of a sudden, my motherfucking account's shut down. Now, I don't know if Facebook got mad or Facebook said something. I don't know, but I know that would be the last activity other than a direct deposit to my account that would have happened.
Oh, yeah. Got some, like, conspiracy theory going on there, man.
I don't know. All I'm
it
saying...
could be. You might have fucked with Facebook, and Facebook's like, listen, we own everything.
But it was for $14 total dollars.
Exactly.
And when it was for boosting posts for the podcast, they gave me a credit. I said, okay, well, I'm going to run the credit out. I'll run it. Kind of, I understood it as kind of check, use our services, see what boosting a post in your page does.
And then...
Yeah, never once was I made aware that I would have to fucking pay or I wouldn't have fucking done it.
Exactly.
Now, sometimes in order to use these services, you got to put your card on there. They give you different reasons, but they won't charge or whatever. I don't know if those two are tied in, but the point I'm trying to make is this is people's money. And like I said, a loyal customer, I think you got to give them more than that. But you deal with a lot of these unqualified people. It's like, how the fuck do you put these people in a position to deal with your money? I can't tell you how many times Netspend, their customer service used to be the shit. You call in, get a motherfucker that knew what they were doing. Now it's like you got to go through 5-6 people before you might get one dude. And it's like they're just fucking smart asses, fucking pricks. Or they just don't know what they're doing, and they'll transfer you off to somebody else, and then usually you get hung up on.
Yeah, you're just like, where the fuck they go?
I mean, I can't stand it. This has really fucked me. I've said it before, but knowing, okay, well, I'll be okay till then. This really has put me in a fucking bind, and I just don't understand how a lot of these companies, the people they hire, I'm saying we're experts, but I just feel like when it comes to money, bills, you order spending money, ordering something. You need to be a little more qualified, and you need more qualified people to deal. That's dealing with people's money, people's lives. And if you live week to week like me and you do, that right there could be detrimental. That right there, luckily, I could have had my water and sewer could have been cut off.
Yeah, it could have been. And, I mean, it's not just in, like customer service. It's also everywhere. It happens a lot at my place, my line of work too, and I'm in manufacturing.
Yeah.
I work in a factory.
Yeah.
And we get so many people brought in. Now, when you show up, if I have to train you, I treat you with the same amount of respect as I do everyone else.
Yes.
I'm not gonna judge you by what you based on, by the way you look, which is how a lot of people that I work with do. I mean, there's a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, you see them?
Yeah.
They're missing their teeth, or they got a weird haircut. They must be on drugs. And I'm just like, isn't half the people in this fucking place on drugs any damn way?
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, we'll get so many people, and I can tell you by the third day if this person's gonna make it or not. Because by the third day, either they're gonna stick with these ridiculous fucking hours, they're gonna work their 6 days a week, they're not gonna bitch about it, or they're gonna sit there. Then people normally ask questions, or you get the ones that don't ask questions, they keep fucking up, you keep telling them what's wrong, you just get tired of repeating yourself. Normally by the third day, you figure out which one you got. Sometimes they might start out great, and then a week or two later, they go by, they might start sucking ass. I mean, I've had some people like that.
Yeah.
Well, and the big thing is with my place of work is they've gotten too soft.
Yeah.
When I first started working there, my trainer, old man Dave, love him to death, and I'm glad he trained me the way he did, or my ass probably wouldn't be there to this day. He looked at me, he's like, you got 2 weeks to learn your job. By then, you're on your own, and if you ain't making it, we'll get rid of your ass.
Hell yeah.
That's my first day. That's
You need
exactly
more
what he told
people
me.
like that. More people to the point. This is how the fuck it's going to be done.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, get out of here.
We're going to get rid of you. And now it seems like where I work at now, they get too many chances.
Yeah.
I've dealt with people. I've had a woman stress me out so bad. I don't care if y'all want to hear this or not, but she made me start my period a week and a half early.
Yeah. Hey, it's possible.
Oh yeah, it's just crazy now, and a lot of people they just don't care. They're there for their paycheck. They don't care if the people or the customers get what they want. They're just there
Yeah.
for a paycheck. And once they get that first paycheck, I've seen a lot of people quit places. They got that one paycheck they needed, and that's all they needed.
I've seen that too. And, yeah, when you're younger, I've made dumb decisions like that, and it may have fucked me up with future jobs. But when it comes to something to where you've got somebody exchanging money for your services,
Oh, yeah.
and especially your customer service, like when that customer calls in, especially like I'm mad, I should have been able to cuss any fucking body out they put on the phone because they fucked my shit up and now I can't get paid, and you should feel, it's like they just didn't even feel remorseful about it. You've got to treat the customer with a lot of respect, and you've got to understand that they may have a reason to be mad.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need to be an asshole. And I mean, I've called in places you get like I've caught this motherfucker laughing at me. I mean, I've had issues, and I'm telling you, man, I just think there needs to be more of a respect. And
There
if
needs to
you
be.
don't know how to do your fucking job, do not let these people answer phones or be the person that speaks for your company. That's all I'm fucking trying to
Yeah,
say, man.
exactly.
But I don't know. Letty, what do you got in closing?
I mean, just to close it, get some people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly.
It would be nice. Or, I mean, if they're in training, be like, hey, man, what the fuck am I doing wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the training. Train them good. Don't be an asshole. If you're the guy, if you don't want to do it, pass it on to some fucking body else that will. Don't let these people go down a fucked up road.
Yeah, don't send them in a loop that's going to lead to just wasted time and a pissed off customer.
All right, that's going to do it for the episode 28, No Nut November of the Ready Set Show podcast. Letty,
yeah.
we are at 28, dude.
28, and at least we remembered the right number this time.
You damn right. Yeah, guys, we had said a few episodes ago we thought it was episode 26. It was actually 27.
Yeah,
so.
that's our bad.
Our bad, but that's going to do it, guys, for this episode. As always, let us know what you think of the episode by commenting on the Facebook. Please like all our social media pages, and if you enjoy the podcast, please like, share, follow with your friends and family. We would greatly appreciate it.
Definitely.
Trying to get these numbers up. We're going to hit our stride, Letty.
Oh, yeah, once we hit our stride, I mean, we'll remember all y'all who's here at the beginning. Believe us.
All right, for the Ready Set Show podcast, again, episode 28, No Nut November. Salute to those who don't bust that nut.
If you make it, you better let us know.
Hell yeah. Podcast Greatness Productions. I'm DT.
And I'm Letty.
And remember, if you can't say anything nice,
We will gladly say it for you.
we out.
Deuces.
Don't bust that nut.
No, no.